Hey everyone, this is Dave Hagan. How you doing? That's today on the Financial Wellness Podcast.
Welcome to the Financial Wellness Podcast, Dave's weekly message to keep you on your path to the financial success. Here is your host, financial problem solver and talk show host, Dave Hagan.
Hey, thanks, Nick. I want to do a little change up today and talk a little bit about how you doing. This podcast is going to drop during the month of June. This means that we're coming up on being halfway through the year. So let me ask you, how you doing? If you've had some goals at the beginning of the year, are you about halfway through achieving those goals? If you haven't put together any goals, that's an issue. The good news is that you still have some time to put together some goals. It's not too late. Remember back in March, I said, hey, it's not too late to set up some goals. Well, we're 3 months more down the line and you could still set something up. It's just that you're going to have to work that much harder to accomplish those goals. So let me ask you this. If I met you in an elevator and I asked you to quickly tell me what your goals are this year, could you? These goals should be at the top of your head every day so that you can pursue them rather than letting other people put their goals in front of you for you to pursue. Are your goals what you want to do? Again, how you doing? If you've set up some goals, again, how's that going? You still have time to make this year count, but the year's getting short and you better get on it. Some people might have had financial goals. Some might have had some goals regarding their physical conditioning or upgrading some of the relationships that they have in their lives. Again, how you doing? One of the few things we can't control in this life is time. We can't stop it and we can't get more of it. The only thing we can do is enjoy it and try to utilize it more efficiently. Again, how you doing? Maybe one of your goals was to enjoy some new experiences or have more fun. Nothing wrong with that, as long as it fits proportionally in well with the other goals that you have. Have you ever seen Yosemite Valley, Mount Rushmore, or New York City? Again, how you doing? Maybe one of your goals was to make a difference. I had a friend who asked his kid what he wanted to do when he grew up, and the son responded that he just wanted to skate by. Obviously, the dad was pretty crestfallen. I'm not even sure that this is a goal. But again, how you doing? Maybe you just wanted to spend some time volunteering at a shelter or at a food bank. Maybe you just wanted to be sure that you spent some time with an aunt or uncle before they got too old to even be able to recognize you. How you doing? As you can probably tell, I'm a little surprised that we're at mid-year already. I'm a little reflective about it, and I'm also a little excited about it. Personally, I feel like I'm moving along pretty well with my goals. One of these goals was to have this podcast up and running, and it seems like it's going pretty well. Thanks to all of you listeners and people that have sent emails and questions in. Thanks also to Nick and Brian, who have helped me develop and move this podcast along. I couldn't have done it without both of you. I think that we've been able to make a difference in the mindset of our listeners. Pretty cool. Now, the next 6 months, I want to focus on getting the word out with the podcast. We track how many people download episodes, and we want to see that to start to explode. If you enjoy the podcast, make sure that you tell your friends and relatives about it. You'll actually be helping me accomplish one of my goals. Now, I'm going to cut the podcast a little short today because I want you to spend the rest of the time while you're driving or would otherwise be listening to the podcast and think about how you're doing with your goals. Spend a few minutes quietly thinking about how you are doing accomplishing your goals. Again, how you doing? This is Dave Hagan, and you've been listening to the Financial Wellness Podcast.
You've been listening to the Financial Wellness Podcast, Dave's weekly message to keep you on the road to financial success. If you'd like Dave to answer any of your questions, email them to dave@davidrhagan.com. Until next week, this is your announcer, Nick Appel, wishing you every financial success.